Hello students. So in the previous class we have completed the chapter, that is chapter 2nd, and now today we will start with the chapter 3rd, that is fiber to fabric. When we talk about the fiber and fabric, student, I hope that you are very familiar with the term that is fabric. Fabric, before that students try to understand that what is a fabric and what is a fiber, then we will move further and try to understand each and everything. So you see student, a very thin strand like a structure, a long thread like a strand is there, that is known as a fiber. Okay, so if we define the fiber is what? A long, fine or a thin thread is fiber. So thin thread like a strand is there, that is known as a fiber. Now when we talk about the fabric, students, so these fibers, they combine together and they form fabric. So we can say that the fibers are responsible for the fabrics. Means these fabrics are actually made up of our fibers. These fibers, when they spun together, they form the fabric. Now try to understand the fibers and the fabric. Before that, you see students, we need clothes. Okay, when we talk about the basic thing that a human being needs, then you will say it is a cloth, it is a shelter and out of the food. And cloth, it is necessary to cover ourselves, as well as it also help us in protecting from the different environment. Okay, so we used to wear the cotton fabric or the woolen fabric, totally depend upon the different type of climates. So fabrics are of a different types. There are a variety of fabrics are there, students, and it totally depend upon the type of the environment, type of a climate is there, and according to that we used to wear the fabric. Okay, so let us write it. That is the first point, students, we will write a long, thin thread like a strand is there. Thread, a thin thread, which is thin thread strand, long, very thin, long, thin thread, like a strand is there, students. So you can understand like a strand is called as fibers. These fibers are responsible for the formation of fabrics. So you can understand, student, the fibers, they are spun together, they are placed over one another, and due to which we can say that there is a formation of a fabric occurs. So fibers are responsible for the fabrics. Now you see, students, a lot of dresses are there, student, which we call as a fabric, like sari is there, or a suit is there, or a shirt is there, or a pant is there. So you can see that all the different types of clothes, we call it as a clothes, which is important or which is made up of a certain kind of a fabric. Okay, so this is the basic thing, that what is fiber and what is fabric. The name of the chapter is Fiber to Fabric. So the name is fiber to fabric. It means the fiber which is the thin strand, thin thread strand is there, students, and this thin thread will combine together to form fabric. Okay, so with the help of the fiber we made the fabric. That is the name of the chapter. We have understood that what is a fiber, as well as we understood that how fabric is made up of. Now we will try to understand that there are different types of fabric, students, which we use according to the different environment. Okay, so what are that? Variety in the fabrics. Variety in fabrics. So there are a different kind of fabric, students. What are the different kind of fabrics? So you see, during the summer season we need a cloth which is made up of cotton. During the winter we need a cloth which protect ourselves from that of the outer surrounding, outer cold climate. We need the fabric which is made up of a woolen. Okay, so we need woolen cloth only. So not only the students, we also wear the silk clothes as well as the synthetic clothes which is made up of rayon, which is made up of polyester and all. Okay, and nylon is there. So basically you see that the different types of fabrics are there, student, which we use to wear. Now what are that? They are basically divided into four. First one is the cotton fabric. When we talk about the cotton fabric, students, it means the fabric which is made up of cotton fibers, or we can say the fabric which is made up of a cotton, that is a cotton fabric. Basically, this fabric is important for us. We used to wear the cotton fabrics in the summer because it will help in absorbing the sweat of the body and it will also help in passing off that of the we can say that we use the cotton fiber during summer. What is this role, student? It helps in absorbing the sweat, and it will also help to pass the air from the clothes to that of the fabric to the body. So we will say that during summer we used to wear fabrics made up of a cotton, or we used to wear cotton cloth. Okay, because it helps in sweating. Second one is the woolen fabric. What is the woolen fabric, students? So woolen fabric, basically it is made up of a wool. Okay, so we can say that this fabric we need it during winter. Okay, so we can say that woolen fabric which is made up of a fiber, that is a wool fiber. So woolen fabric, its role that we used to wear the woolen fabric during the winter. It helps us in protecting the cold climate. So we can say that during winter we use to wear woolen clothes. Okay. During winter we used to wear woolen clothes. Next one is the silk fabric, students. Silk fabric. Silk fabric is what? It is a fabric which we obtain, which we use to prepare with the help of the silk fibers. Now from where we get the silk fiber, students? So basically we get the silk fiber from the silkworm. So we can say that the fabric made up of silk fibers. Okay, so the fabric which is made up of a silk fiber, that will be called as a silk fabric. Now another kind of a fabric is there, student, and that is known as synthetic fabric. So we can write it. Next one is the synthetic fabrics. What is the synthetic fabric, students? So the fabric which is made up, which is artificially created with the help of the chemicals, you can say, that is a synthetic fabric. There are a lot of the synthetic fabric, students. These all fabric which we obtain from that of the plants and the animals. But synthetic fabric, we can say that it is a kind of a man-made fabric. Okay, so it is a man-made fabric. Example are, student, like you see, nylon is there, polyester is there, students. Okay, so a lot more example is there, rayon is there, etc. Okay, so these all are the different kind of a fabric which is actually an artificial fabric which is made up by the human being. It is a man-made fabric. So when you see, so these are the different kind of a variety of the fabric students, like that of a cotton is there, woolen is there, silk fabric is there, and the synthetic fabric is there. When we talk about the fabric, so fabric is basically made up of a spun thread. Spun, the term spun, it is the plural word of that of the spin. We can write it. These fabrics are basically made up of these fabrics are made up of a spun thread. Don't get confused with the term, students. Spun thread, the term spun, it is actually the plural of the spin. So we can say it is made up of a spun thread which is called as a yarn. So we can say that actually the fabrics, it is made up of a yarn. Okay, what is a yarn? Yarn is the spun thread. It means a lot of a thread. When they spin together, then there is a formation of a yarn. Now when you look at the fabric, students, what you will observe? You will observe that it is a continuous sheet. There is no such kind of another material is added in it, but it will seem that it is a continuous sheet. Okay, but when you look at the fabric very closely, you will find that spun threads are there. Okay, a big thread, you can say, or a thick one. Okay, thicker than that of a fiber. So a thread which is spun together, which is pinned together. So such kind of a thread will be there in the cloth, and they are placed one over the other in a we can say the lengthwise and the breadthwise also. So it is placed one over the other, and together it forms a sheet, a big cloth. Together, all the yarn, they together completely form a kind of object that is to be called as a fabric. So we can say that yarn is basically what it is it helps in the formation of the fabric, and we can observe it by simply looking at the cloth. When you see the cloth, students, you will find that these all cloth, if this is a sheet of a cloth, students, so you will see that there are a lot of these kind of a thread which are arranged to each other, and they are placed over one another like this. So like this, students, these are placed over one another, and you will find it that actually I am talking about these yarns. If you want to find the yarn, what you will do, you can cut the piece of the cloth. You will find the thread will comes outside. It will be exposed. Then you can take out one thread from it. You will find the thread is actually the spun thread. It is spin together. It is little bit thicker. Okay, so that thread is the yarn. Okay, so when you see the fabric, students, these threads which are placed over one another, actually these are not the fibers, these are the yarns. Still we did not reach to that of the fibers, we are talking about the yarn. So we can say that yarn helps in making fabric, or yarn placed over one another to form fabric. Okay. So this is about the yarn. Now you see, student, if you want to find the yarn from the fabric, if you will take a piece of a cloth, right now I said if you take a piece of a fabric and when you try to pull one of the thread from that of a fabric, if suppose the fabric the yarn or the thread is not able to come, or it is not exposed, sorry. So with the help of the needle or with the help of the pin, you can do one thing, that you can take out the thread from that of the particular fabric. Okay, so when you take out the thread from the fabric and keeps on pulling all the thread, you will find, if you take a small piece of fabric, you will see that when you pull off all the yarn, all the thread from that of the fabric will get open. Okay, it will get looser. Okay, so which proves that actually these thread, they are arranged at a right angle to each other from the length and the breadth wise, and finally they together form a complete fabric. So it is the yarn only, student, which are placed over one another. They are arranged over one another at a right angle and together they form the fabric. Okay. Now this one is about the yarn. Now, is yarn is also divided into the different types of a thread? Yes. Now what we had done, student, when we were talking about the fabric, you had taken out the thread from the fabric and we will say that this fabric, this thread is actually the yarn. What about the fibers, students? What about the yarn only? So if you take one yarn also, the thread that you had to pull out from the fabric, now take one of the thread from it, which we call as a yarn, because when you see that fabric, it is little bit twisted. Okay, and that is why it's twisted or spinned. That is why the name is a spun thread. Okay, spun, it means spin. Okay, twisted. So yarn is basically the spun thread or it is a twisted thread. So when you take out one yarn and you hold the yarn from your left hand, from your left finger, and the another one, the other point of the yarn, you will try to pull it with the help of your right thumbnail, and what you try to lose the yarn, okay, with the help of your thumbnail. What you will find, you will observe that this particular thread, which we are calling as a yarn, will also consisting of a very fine threads with it. Okay, so you have taken the yarn, you have kept it, you have to hold in that of the yarn with the right hand, with your right thumb, and with the help of your with your left hand, and with the help of your right thumb, you are trying to pull off, you are trying to lose the yarn. You will find the fine, very thin threads are there. That fine thin thread are actually fibers. So we can say that this fine thin or these are fine threads, they combine together, they spin together, they are twisted together to form the yarn. Okay, so if we lose yarn, students, we can write it. If we lose yarn, we will find that yarn also consisting of very fine threads in it. Okay, so this one is also consisting of a very fine thread, students, and these fine threads, these thin threads, or you can say, or these fine threads forms yarn. Okay, so these fine threads actually they combine and twisted, or we can say they spin together to form the yarn. So yarn is basically made up of a fine fibers, that is a fine thread that is known as a fibers. So by this, student, you have understood two things. The first thing, that when we talk about the fiber to fabric, it is not like the fiber get converted into fabric. Here one step is there in which first of all we will convert the fiber into yarn, and finally yarn will they are placed over one another at a right angle to form the fabric. So we can say that the fibers this spun together to form yarn, and fibers they spun together. So fibers they spun together twisted together to form a thread called yarn. So fibers they come together, they spun together to form yarn, and yarn with different yarns together forms the fabric. Okay, so yarn together forms the fabric. Okay, so fibers they spun together to form yarn, and yarn they combine together to form the fabric. Okay. Okay, so this is about the two things, that is how the fabric and how the yarn is made up of. So fiber to yarn to that of the fabric. Okay, so we can write in a short form, that is fiber. This will help in making yarn, and yarn will help in making fabric. Now if we talk about the fibers, students, so this fibers is basically classified into two, that is natural, and the second one is the synthetic or man-made. So synthetic fiber is there, or we can say man-made fiber. What about the natural fiber, student? I think with the help of the name only you are able to understand that what is the natural fiber. So the fiber which we obtain from the nature, which we obtain either from that of the plants and the animals, that is known as a natural fiber. What are the different sources, student, which provide a fiber to us? So you can understand that the first one is the ship. Or ship is there, students, or yak is there, which basically present in the cold area. So instead of that, we can write it that from the natural, it means from the plants and animals, the type of fibers that we get is the wool. So wool is we obtain from the animals, students. Then another one is there, that is silk. Silk we obtain from that of the silkworm. Now again, this natural one also we obtain it from the plants. So example is that of the cotton. So cotton, students, which we obtain from the cotton plant. So this one is the plant one and this one is the animal. So one we obtain from the plant, another which we obtain from the animals. These are the two different sources of the natural fiber. Plant fiber is the cotton fiber, the animal fiber is the wool and silk. Okay, so wool we obtain from the animals like that of a sheep, students. So sheep, basically we obtain the wool from the sheep, and silk we obtain from the silkworm. Cotton plant. So in a cotton plant, cotton balls are there, and over which this cotton is present. We used to separate the cotton ball from the cotton, and this cotton fiber will help in making the cotton fabric. Okay, so these are the fibers, students, and these fibers, when we spun together, then these fibers help in making the woolen fabric, silk fabric, and that of the cotton fabric. What about the synthetic fabric, students? So fiber, students. So right now we discussed that a fiber which is made up of by human being, by man-made, with the help of the machines, students, or we can say with the help of the chemicals. So for making this kind of a fibers, we need chemicals. So fiber which we do not obtain from that of the plants and animals, but it is made in factories with the help of the chemicals. Such kind of fibers is the synthetic, artificial, or we can say man-made fibers. A lot of examples are there, students. Right now we discussed also like that of nylon is there, or polyester is there, or rayon is there. So a lot of examples are there of that of the synthetic or man-made fiber. Now you see, these all are actually made up with the help of the chemicals. So this is the two types of fiber, students, natural one and synthetic. We have to study both one by one. So this is the natural one, this is that of the synthetic fiber. So if you want to distinguish between that of the natural and synthetic fiber, whenever a question is asked to students that how can you differentiate between the natural and the synthetic fiber, what you will do, you will write the different properties. First one is the natural fiber, then synthetic. Natural fiber. Natural fiber is a fiber which we obtain from the nature, either from the plant or the animals. So we can say that obtained either from the plants and animals. Here in this case, students, in the case of a synthetic fiber, made obtained from the factories or made up of obtained from the factories and made up of chemicals. Okay, made up of chemicals. Second one, students, Natural fiber is less strong than that of a synthetic fiber. So we can say less strong. Here it is more strong than natural fiber. Then student, we can discuss about the burning test also. When you burn it, it will either burn in that of the burning hair, or it will smell like that of a burning paper, or it will smell like a burning meat. But here, when you burn the synthetic fiber, it will burn like a plastic, burning plastic.